Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. After so many months of just researching and obsessing over gear, I finally got everything together, and this will be my video for my final PCT gear list that I will take with me as I attempt to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. As this is going to be my first time doing a long distance backpacking trip, I figured, I think everyone goes through these situations in which you're trying to, stop yourself from, fear packing and, try to include things that you're comfortable with. What can you afford? So just don't take my list as, a list of an expert. This is a first timer trying to get my gear dialed in. So if you have any tips at the end of this, please leave them in the comments below. I'll also be leaving a little link to my ladder pack if you're interested in seeing all the things that I am bringing with me. So let's get to it and take everything out. Okay, so let's start with the big four. So my pack that I'll be taking with me is the Hyperlight Junction 3400. It's this one right here. I have really enjoyed this backpack. I love it for the reasons that it is waterproof, and it's just very light for me and my back. It fits very well. My only concern with it would be there's not a lot of ventilation like in the back. So I know that when it gets really hot, I'm sure my back will get really sweaty, but I'm sure I'll get used to that after, walking around and sweating so much. This is the big pack that I'm going to take with me. You'll probably notice that a lot of my gear is going to be by Hyperlight. This is a company that I really enjoy. And also, if you are a veteran, they have a pro program in which you can apply if you demonstrate that you did serve, and you also get 20% off for a year. So that's something that I've been utilizing and taking advantage of that program. And so you're going to see a lot of my gear is from Hyperlight Mountain Gear. Okay, for my tent, I decided to go with the Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL2. It's a two-person tent. It also has, it's mountain glow, so it means that it has basically lights in the middle of it inside the tent, so I can actually put some batteries in it, and then I'll be able to have light inside the tent for whatever I need to do. That's kind of like a nice little added bonus to it. The reason why I got this tent and was so sold on it was, one, the price. It was actually being discontinued and on REI, so I got it for $100 cheaper than what retail price was. So I think it was kind of a steal for me to pick that up. It was brand new. It comes with these tent stakes that you basically need for it to go and stand. So this is kind of what I'm going with. And I've seen a lot of hikers use this, and yeah, they've done well for them, so I hope it does well for me as well. Moving on to my sleeping pad, I got the Tensor Insulated Nemo sleeping pad to go along with it with my quilt. So I got this as a regular wide. This is one of those things too where, I buy a lot of things online and then realize, I got a regular first, and I go, no, I need a little wide one. So I have done a lot of changes, shipping it back and making sure that I'm getting the right size for me. So going with the Nemo Tensor Insulated. Okay, next up on the list is my Enlighten Equipment quilts. It's a 20 degree, 850 down quilt. Keeps me warm. I enjoy it. I figured, 20 degree is going to be a good temperature, I hope. And if it gets any colder, if it gets lower than that, then I just have a lot of other layers that I'll take with me. But so far, I've really enjoyed this, and this is basically my big four, which I'm taking. And of course, blue is one of my favorite colors in the theme. You'll see that I have a lot of things in blue. So okay, next I'm going to take you through what I'm going to be wearing every day on the outside. So I'm just going to go like basically from head to toe. So I just bring in this hat with me. This is from a company called Sunday Afternoon. It's very lightweight, moisture wicking, good for like when you're sweating a lot. It's very breathable as well, which I really appreciate. The cool thing that I like as well is that it actually has little slots here so that you are able to kind of put your sunglasses on there in case you don't want to wear them anymore. So I think that's pretty cool, what I appreciate about it. So from there's going to be everyday layer that I have here. This is the Rab Sun Pulse hoodie. Again, also as well, just because starting out in the desert and the sun, I will appreciate having this. It's long sleeve as well, so I don't have to worry about getting sunburn on my arms. What I do really appreciate this is it actually has little thumb holes here as well, so kind of helps to kind of protect the hands as well. Okay, from there I have my sunglasses. This is from a company called Movement, and it's like a polarized sunglasses, and I've had these for a very long time, so I'm just gonna take those with me. From there I have my shorts. These are running shorts from a company called Bayleaf. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm also bringing these boxers from Ex Officio. I have bringing 2 pairs of these, and I have one that I'll be wearing and another one in my bag that I have with my other layers. I also will be bringing with me and wearing this buff. Also, like multi-use for it. There's so many different ways you can wear it as a headband to cover up from the wind, face mask, I guess. So I really like this. It's very versatile, and I think it's just really nice to have something for you to use in different styles that you may need. I also will be wearing a neck knife. This is from a company called MTK Knives. You know, I'm really big on just having something for protection, also just for opening up things that you need to. Packages is very, very sharp, and so why not have something with you? I think it's just very nice to have some kind of a tool that you can use that I've been carrying with me as I go, and it's very lightweight and just, you know, kind of easy to just have with you at all times. So I also have Darn Tough socks, which are just great and amazing, and I'm going to be pairing those with some Injinji toe socks. So I'm doing the combo here of Injinji plus the Darn Toughs. So far, you know, thank God I haven't had any blisters while going out hiking, so you know, hopefully this continues and I don't get too many, but so far this has really worked for me. Finally, I have these gaiters to help with kind of like sand and debris, and I think these are what Dirty Girl gaiters is what they're called, of course, in blue. And then last but not least, going with the Ultra Lone Peaks 5s. I also got a pair for Christmas, the Lone Peak 6s, so I probably start the trail with this, and then from there switch out to the other new pairs that I got on the trail. So this is everything that I'm basically taking and wearing on a day-to-day basis. I think I will start breaking down basically the rest of the layers that I'm bringing with me. I'm putting this all in a Sea to Summit bag. It all fits in here, and basically it's also waterproof, which is great, and it can compress. And so kind of from the layers that I'm going with is what I'll need if it starts getting a little bit cooler than usual, especially I think in the mornings. I am starting in early March, so I know that it's going to be some cold nights and cold mornings, so it's something that I'm trying to prepare for. I have here a Melanzana micro hoodie. I love this thing, this fleece here. I wear this all the time on a day-to-day basis. It's so warm, versatile, it's comfortable. This is one of my most happiest piece of items that I've ever purchased. My only big concern, to be quite honest with you, is, you know, wearing this, I really do not want to have the trail name of Barney, because you can kind of see how this, you know, when I'm wearing this, I do look like Barney. So let's just hope I don't get that trail name. For my other layer too, I have my puffy that I have. This is the Enlightened Equipment Torrid. I love this thing. I wear this thing every single day. It's warm, it's light, it compacts. So just a really good overall jacket. Just, you know, I have heard that it's a little bit delicate, so I definitely want to be careful. But so far, wearing this every day as my everyday jacket, so far so good. So hopefully nothing bad happens, and I can take care of this as much as I can. But this is just such a great puffy to have. Moving on, I do have a rain jacket. This is the Enlightened Equipment Visp. I am bringing this. It's lightweight, so I don't know how much it's going to be raining in the beginning, but I just rather have it. Better be safe than sorry, but also kind of utilize this as also like a wind jacket as well if I need to kind of layer up and, you know, have some kind of protection too. But yeah, I just rather start the trail with it and just keep it in case it does rain. I don't know how much it will, but I'd rather have it. From there, I do have wind pants from Enlightened Equipment as well that I'll be taking with me. Very lightweight as well, and very nice to like trap that heat in the morning and to protect against the wind. It's very lightweight, weighs nothing, so I figured just another addition, another bonus to have. I also have basically another pair of Darn Toughs and also Injinji toe socks. And then for sleeping, I do have a thicker pair of Darn Tough socks. I kind of do sleep a little cold, and so I'd rather have this for, you know, just extra warmth, as well as I do have a Smart Wool thermal lightweight pants that I could use in the mornings if need be, and also at night. I kind of like to change into something when I get to camp. It doesn't add too much weight to it, but I figure, you know, it's kind of nice to kind of be in dry, or just, you know, clothes that you just wear during your sleep time. So I do have that ready to go. I did forget to mention too, I also have gloves that I'll be taking with me. These are just sun gloves that I'll be having for the deserts too, just protect the hands and while you're going with your trekking poles. Also have this shirt, this lightweight shirt from Montbell that I'll be changing when I go to sleep. Also just another layer just to have, you know, to change over from a day of hiking, and it's comfortable, very lightweight. Finally, for beanie, I have the Z-Packs possum beanie, very warm. I wear this thing also every day, and I just really appreciate this to have something as I'm going to sleep, just to protect my ears and protect, you know, my head. Last but not least, I have these Enlightened Equipment booties to kind of just warm up the toes. They don't weigh anything, honestly, and so I just figured I'll pack these. My feet do get cold. My quilt does not have a bottom, a closed bottom, so it's very, very open, but I can kind of close the endings to it, and so I rather have these to protect my feet, along with my darn tough thicker socks. So I think with this, I think I'll be sleeping very warm at night, starting in early March. I did want to take some time to talk about my pillow. This is the Arrows Ultralight pillow. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm struggling the most with this. This is just not comfortable at all. I'm a side sleeper and a stomach sleeper, and I do toss and turn a lot. So I think this is just not going to work for me. So at the moment, that's probably one of the 2 items that I'm still struggling with. Next item on the list will be my food bag. So I got this cool bag from Hilltop Packs, and I got my logo on it, which is nice. Really nice to like kind of distinguish which food bag is mine. Okay, for my spoon, I have a titanium spork that I'll be taking with me. I still am not really too sold on that. I don't know why, but it's useful, long, and versatile. It just doesn't feel good when I eat it with my teeth. I don't know why. It's probably the material, the titanium, so I'm still not sure if I'm really comfortable yet taking this, but it's one of those that I've seen on lists of, you know, that backpackers take. It's a very popular item that people do buy. I am going to be not cold soaking. That's something that I did debate, but I figured, you know what, I kind of like eating a nice warm meal at the end of the day, at the end of hiking, so I am taking with me, this is my setup. So I have here a Tokes Titanium 750 milliliter, and inside I do have my MSR pocket rocket. I also have like a little light load towel that I'll need to like wipe down any spills or anything that I have in there. A little mini Bic lighter, and then of course the fuel, which I will buy when I get down to Campo. So this is kind of my setup. I will also be cooking dinners at night, and I'll be putting that in this Hyperlight Mountain Gear little koozie. I really like this a lot. I think this is genius. I probably could have made my own, but I just love just having those quart-sized freezer bags with your food already in there. Just add water, put it in here while you're setting up stuff. 10-15 minutes later, everything's pretty good and warm and nice and cooked, and you can just sit down, enjoy, recover after a long day of hiking. So this is kind of my food setup that I have so far. Next thing I want to talk about is my hydration system. I will be taking with me the Sawyer Squeeze. I have this one here, just the regular size one that I'll be taking to filter my water. I do have an extra piece of the O-ring because I know that sometimes these break, and so it's really important to have these, and I'm sure you can find them in stores along the trail that do sell them as well. So, you know, water is going to be a big concern starting out in the desert, so I do want to start out with, you know, as much water as I could as possible in carrying. So obviously I have two 1-liter smart water bottles. So I have that with a sports cap on it. And then from there, I'm going to be having two CNOC 2-liter bags. So from here, I'll have a maximum capacity of 6 liters of water, and I hope that is enough. If you go about the rules of, you know, about a liter every 5 miles, you know, that's how I'll be planning my day-to-day, going from one point to another based on water sources and how much I'm going to be carrying water from one point to another. So I think 6 liters is a pretty good starting point. If you feel like maybe I need more, please, you know, feel free to leave some advice, because I'll take it. So that's kind of what I have so far. Okay, from here I have my trekking poles. This is the Black Diamond Carbon Alpine trekking poles. This is one thing too, an item that it took me some time to learn. I still don't even know if I'm still doing it right, but I use these every day that I go out to hike. And yeah, they're just very important, not only to have, I think, but also just to help you, you know, move forward and give that extra boost of energy, especially if you learn how to use them properly. Electronics time. Okay, so I have debated this, but I'm just going with my good old trusty Casio. You know, nothing important about this. All it does is, you know, have the alarm, it has a light, and it lasts forever, and I don't have to worry about, you know, battery with it. So just taking a normal old Casio watch. I do have my other electronics that I will keep with me in a Sea to Summit 1-liter dry bag. In here I just have cords that I'll need for the items that I'll be taking with me. So of course I have, outside of my pack, I have a Garmin InReach 2. I think it's just important to have something to be able to call SOS in case something happens, just for protection. I will be purchasing the subscription before I leave. I think it just gives a peace of mind to my parents and my family as well, to be able to also send a message, you know, where I'm at, that I'm okay, or that I camped here for the night, and they can be able to track as well my progress and where I'm at. So I think it's important to have some kind of a device, a satellite device, in case of an emergency. You never know. So better be safe than sorry. From here I also have a Tika Petzl headlamp that I have. It does use AAA batteries. I'm still debating whether to buy, you know, rechargeable batteries with it. So I got this as a gift from my cousin, so a few years back. So finally getting to put to good use. I did get inspired by this next item. It doesn't need much batteries. It's just, all it is really a thermometer, and I'll keep outside my pack just to know how hot it is. I got this from New Hampshire Hiker, which I'll leave in the description below. One of my favorite hikers that I like watching her YouTube channels and get a lot of inspiration from her. So I think this is really nice to have outside your pack, just to see how hot it is or cold it is, the temperature. From there, I am going to bring this. This is the Toza wireless headphones. This is one of the other items that I am really struggling with. I also have, you know, with my phone, which I'm recording this on, has the, you know, phones these days don't have that jack anymore, the 3.5 millimeter jacks. So I do have like an adapter, a USB adapter that I can connect my headphones to. The problem is that I'm noticing is that it's either the Skull Candy headphones or the jack itself, but the adapter, it's just, the volume goes down automatically for some reason. So I don't know what to do with that. But for now, I'm set on taking these Toza headphones. They're very cheap. I think like 25 bucks on Amazon, and so far so good. I really enjoy them. So we'll give this a try to see how they do. From there, this is my battery pack. It's a 20,000 amp battery from Inui Power Bank. I just rather have as much, you know, battery as possible. I did get a Anchor power delivery charger, so hopefully this can charge quickly. I know this takes a long time to charge, so hopefully I can get this down anywhere from 4 to 5 hours to be fully charged, and it charges my battery about 4 times. So, you know, hopefully this is enough to get me through, which I will be vlogging videos, and to charge all my items. I'm sure it's enough, and it is pretty heavy as well, so I'm kind of sacrificing, you know, some of the weight to have a little bit more comfort, I guess you could say, when I'm out there. And then I will be taking my phone, which I'm recording this on, which is the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and that's going to be basically all my electronics that I'll be taking with me on trail. Next up on the list is my poop kit. So I have the Deuce 2 in order to be, able to dig the cat holes. So I have this alongside a Dr. Bronner soap to keep my hands clean at all times. I know it'll get dirty out there, so it'd be nice to have this. I also have these porta wipes. I really like these. They look like little coins. Like this, you just add water and they kind of are like little baby wipes. So I'm going to be taking this with me in order to, wipe myself. And then also too, it's nice to have others to, take a little shower or something and kind of just wipe your faces and wipe in other areas, before going to camp and finding a place for a zero and then actually having a shower. So I will be taking this with me instead of a TP. Packing out, always remember to pack out your stuff. I'm packing out and putting everything in here. When I get to town, I can just throw this away. Now, the one thing that I will be taking with me are doggy bags. I just kind of find it more appealing for you to just throw your stuff in these doggy bags and just have doggy bags in this bag instead of having, TP and other stuff. I think it's just gross, and I just keep this outside of my pack. It's just a personal preference for me to have these little bags, and they're just very useful to have. So I'll be taking some of these in my resupply boxes. Okay, next up is my first aid kit. From here, I just have really in a range of things like KT tape. I do have kind of a little bag just full of ibuprofen, Imodium, Benadryl, and then some earplugs. So I have that in there. I found these little mini scissors on Amazon. I think these are really useful to have to kind of just cut up KT tape with different bandages. So I brought a lot of KT tape, Leuko tape I mean too. And I also have my repair kit for like tents in here. Little things like Neosporin for cuts. And I'm more concerned with having some, vitamin I, and then Leuko tape as well. So that's something that for me, I think it's important to have something just in case, there's a fall or better be safe than sorry. It's important to have some of these items. From there in the Z-Packs stuff sack, I have my hygiene kit. I do wear contacts, so that's something that I'm going to have to be worrying about. So that's where the Dr. Bronner soap does come into play to have my hands very clean. And so I have my contacts here. As an extra item too, like these Crystal Light come in handy. This is like my glasses case. So in here I will be carrying my glasses. So it's lightweight and I can stuff some more things in here to protect it. And I think it's just a really good ultra-weight kind of option to have these things in there. I also have, in my resupply, I'll always include a Sea to Summit wilderness wipes to just wipe down when I get to camp and wash my face. I also have this Body Glide anti-chafing. I have Sun Bum, like sunscreen lip balm to help for the heat. A little packet of dental floss, and then a little toothbrush and toothpaste. So that'll be basically it for my kind of like my hygiene kit and just all around items that I'll need I'll find useful. The other thing that I do have here are items that I guess you can consider luxury items, extra items, miscellaneous items. I am taking this Rawology cork massage ball. I think this is just an important thing to have. Every time I go hiking or go working out, I just rub this on my feet while I'm sitting at my desk, and it just helps a lot to just kind of massage those tendons, massage the muscles. And you can use them, put them, you put them by something hard and kind of rub your back and get those little spots that might need, to be loosened up. So I think this is really cool and lightweight to have with you on trails. This is something I'm very excited to have with me. From here I have an Ultra Pod and Manfrotto setup. This is what I'll have my phone onto, and I'll use this to vlog as I'm going on trail. So this is something that I'll keep, and I can keep this inside my fanny pack. So I was debating whether to bring this or not, but I think I find it kind of useful to have other items to put your snacks in. I'll keep my wallet in here, my PCT permit, just little things to have, and especially your important valuables to have, and money as well. Especially to have this with you at all times, especially when you're going on to hitchhike and have something readily available to give to someone, and present any items that you might need while you're out and about. So I think having one of these is kind of useful, versatile, and another place to store items. So I dig this. Last but not least, some changes that I am considering when I'm switching, going to like the Sierra Mountains. I do have I bought these micro spikes that I will be shipping. I know since I am starting early, I think I need to start looking at the San Jacinto reports to make sure to see how much snow there's going to be. More than likely, I will be shipping this pretty early on. Once I get past San Jacinto, then I'll probably either ship these forward to Kennedy Meadows, or I'll just ship them home and then include that in my Kennedy Meadows box when I get there. So I think this is something that I'll need early on, and important just that have traction and to move slow, and to prevent any kind of serious injuries, life-threatening injuries, especially when you're up there. So I think this is really key to have, especially if you're starting early on the PCT. I also have a sit pad too that I'll bring with me, just to sit, stretch out a little bit. I am waiting for the Gossamer Gear like foam pad, the thin one, and that seems to be sold out all the time. So I have myself on notification as soon as that thing becomes available. Hopefully before I leave, I'll add that instead of this, I think. So I'll keep an eye out on that. The other item too is this Montbell wind protection mittens that I bought, that I'm debating too whether I'll switch these out and take these to the Sierra with me. It's the cool thing about it is you have an opportunity to kind of have your fingers exposed in case you need to do something with your phone. But I thought this would be kind of useful to have switch into. I will be starting out with these really lightweight liner gloves from Black Diamond. The cool thing too is you could use your phone, and it has those sensors. So, especially in the mornings, my hands do, get a little cold, and so it'd be nice to have. So these are the two that I'm kind of just in between, starting with this, and I'm not sure if I will switch this out and send these in my resupply box for Kennedy Meadows. So that's something that I'm still up in the air debating. If anything, right, you can always send things back, which is pretty key. So the other thing with the Sierras, I do not have an ice axe, and I do not have a bare canister. I just figured that, I would rather just rent it when I get over there and put in for that. It seems, for me to buy a bare canister, it almost costs probably half as much to ship it than to actually just have one. So I figured it's probably just smarter and better for me to just rent it when I'm out there, the bare canister, and then once you get past when you don't need it anymore, you can just mail it back to the company that rents them out. And then for the ice axe, I might as well just get it fitted, make sure I know how to use it, and making sure I'm buying the right one. And so I'll just purchase that when I get to Kennedy Meadows. I do want to talk a little bit about some of the extra things that I have here on my pack. Obviously, this is where I'll keep my Garmin InReach, but I also have a Hyperlight Mountain Gear case. This is where I can leave my my phones in there, and it has a little outside pocket for like a snack or something that I might need. It's kind of handy to have something right here for you to readily have it. I also have like a little hand sanitizer travel size that kind of loops in there that I got, so I think that's kind of nice to have that there too. Chicken Tramper actually sent me a like a water pouch here to put my 1 liter. They have I think 2 different sizes for the 2 different different sizes of water, 750 milliliters of the 1 liter. I find it very useful to have just something here ready to go to get your water and be hydrated. And then I'll probably also put that little thermometer so I can see the temperature at all times. So, and then I didn't cover too much on my hip belt, but this is where I'll keep the headlamp, and then I'll have one side I'll keep some other snacks in there. If it's not in my fanny pack, I can just find little useful items that I might need to keep in here. So, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and I will keep you updated in case I make any more changes. But this is my final 2023 PCT gear list. I'm super excited to start. I have about less than 2 months to go, and I'll be making future videos talking about resupply, talking about why I'm doing the PCT, and of course, and any other changes that I might make. So please stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.